All right, 10th graders. I'm going to do something a little bit fun this week. You might not find it as fun, but I'm going to test to see how many of you are actually watching these videos. I have a sneaking suspicion that many of you are not watching these videos because of some of the emails that I'm getting, questions that could be simply answered by watching these videos. So here I am, Mr. Kais. This is April 20 something, or rather 22nd, I think. And I am pushing out next week's module, or this week's module. We'll be talking about this reading passage right here that you see on the screen. Ads may spur unhappy kids to embrace materialism. We've been talking about riches and wealth and what people think they need and how they grade their happiness because of that wealth. I hope you enjoyed the necklace because that showed how wealth ended up ruining that poor lady's life, or the perception of wealth. Anyway, so this is the article. You can find it in modules right here. If you go to modules, that using the tab on the left, you come to this page right here. It's right here, full text. You can click on it and it'll pop up right to this page. And then you can even go even further and go to this page. Here's the trick. In this week's announcements, I'm going to ask you to identify the key word used in Mr. Kai's video. Okay. And you'll just post it to the announcements and it'll be worth 5 points. So this week's video's keyword worth 5 points is Spur. Right there. Can you see that? So you will see a spot in the announcements to write the word Spur. Okay. I'll ask you, for example, what is Mr. Kai's keyword from the video? And you will just basically write Spur. Okay. That's worth 5 points. Just to make sure that you are all watching the video. So go ahead and read this article. This article talks about how kids that are happy usually stay happy, but kids that are unhappy watch a lot of TV and they seem to find happiness through like ads. And this is written probably back before the whole YouTube sensation, but this goes into YouTube as well. They watch what other people are doing on social media and they enjoy that. And so they seem to embrace that materialism, the better life that they see on TV, where happy kids seem to stay happy. So go ahead and read this article. There are a few questions that you're going to have to answer in regards to this article. And of course, because I want them to pull up, they won't pull up, but we'll see if they pull up here momentarily. Okay, there was a momentary silence there. I apologize. Just trying to pull up these questions. So here's the questions you're going to answer after you read the article. There's 2 parts. One, just a quick question answer. And number 2, doing a little research. It's going to ask you to have an opinion on some of these issues that you read about in the article. Okay, pretty specific stuff. And then, of course, you have a little test at the end. 12 questions, unlimited opportunities. Will take the latest. You guys know the drill. But let's talk about the discussion, because the discussion this week's going to be a little different. Okay. So please watch. We'll see how many of you are watching the video, because we'll see how you guys do with this discussion topic. Okay. So here are the instructions. Let me pull my little mouse thing. It says, please answer the following questions in the reply box. Be specific, honest, and opinionated. Blah, blah, blah. You guys have seen this. This is the same instructions we've had on the discussions for a couple of weeks. The question is, should parents teach their children strategies around watching TV, internet, and YouTube advertisements? So, is it the parent's responsibility to explain to the children how people can convince you through manipulation and rhetoric, or whatever, how they use it to buy their materials or think their lives are better, blah, blah, blah. You have to decide what, if not, the parents should teach those strategies. And excuse me, sneezing here. If the parents should teach those strategies, and what should those strategies be? How do they do it successfully? Okay. But that's only part 1. Part 2 is going to make it a little different. You're going to go on YouTube, do a little research, find your favorite commercial, your favorite advertisement, whatever it may be, and you're going to link it with your answer. Okay? I am going to show you how to do that. So let's pretend for a second that Mr. Kais is doing this assignment. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to read the question. I'm going to come down to the reply box. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to answer the question. Now, I'm going to answer it really quick. Watch how fast I type. Boom. I answered the question. I say parents are ultimately responsible for the safety and well-being of their children. That includes protecting them from what's on the TV and internet, blah, blah, blah. I say the most effective strategy is communication. Parents should, teach their children, communicate what's going on, and so on. So here's my answer. It's a couple paragraphs long, fits the bill. Okay. Then I'm going to enter down a couple times. I'm going to go to the internet. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to find my favorite video. I'm going to find my favorite commercial. And boom, I found a commercial about hair transplants. Yes, I'm going bald, so I find this commercial to be funny. Yeah, this guy's not me, but and I would never do that.
Sometimes it's hard to compete, winning the proper job, asking somebody out. If you're struggling with boldness and constantly embarrassed by how people stare at the awkward bald spots, and know how disappointing hair products are, Shift Hair Transplant is the shortcut for your tragic hair loss story.
Okay, you get the idea. This is an advertisement that could definitely put out the wrong idea that people that are balding seem to be less than desirable. Whatever. Okay. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to post it to my comment. How do I do that? Very simple. Watch carefully. All I'm going to do is find the URL. See it up here? Okay. I'm going to click on it. Okay. And I'm going to right click and hit copy or Control V if you want to do that. Go back to the discussion. Come right here underneath where you've commented, hit right click, paste, or Control V. You got to make sure once it does that, make sure you hit enter at least one time. That basically powers up the link, whatever. Okay. All you do is post the YouTube link, copy and paste the YouTube link, post reply, and there it is. Easy peasy, lemon cheesy. Okay. So your 2 parts. 1, answer the question. 2, share your favorite YouTube advertisement or commercial advertisement or whatever, probably from YouTube, with the class. So we can all go and look at what you guys shared. So that's this week's discussion. That's going to be the most difficult part of this week's game plan is that discussion right there. Okay, so here's the module again. Ads may spur unhappy kids to embrace materialism. Here's the full text. Here's the discussion, the question, and the test. Make sure you remember that spur is the word of the day. Go watch the video. Or it'll be embarrassing that you're the only one that doesn't understand why you wrote spur down in the discussions. And you won't be able to get the discussion correct. So please watch the video. Do me a solid. Help yourself out. All right. That's it. Good luck with everything. Hope you have a great week.